Alright, good morning again. Today we have the other boring day when it comes to introductions. It's Thursday. I will let you guys know that chapter 40, which we're starting today, apologies for the noise, is only 2 stories long. So that works out pretty well timing wise because I only have 2 more nights to record before I go visit my fiance in Pennsylvania. And we have they call it Mayfest. She gets to set up her earring booth there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record today's and tomorrow's. So we'll have Thursdays and Fridays video. I'm going to take the weekend to go be with her and help her. And if I get back early enough Sunday night, I will record the first chapter or the first story in Leviticus for Monday. If not, we will have it for Tuesday because I do also have to finish a project for my Monday class. So I do have a lot going on that I have to get started on. Hopefully this will be the last break that I take with videos for a while. And as soon as summer hits, we'll be doing these every single day. Even if I go on vacation, should be able to get them done ahead of time. I'll have more time to plan it out. And, last minute trips won't sneak up on me because with everything with school going on, I kind of forgot that I needed to record more because I'm going out of town for the weekend. So my apologies for that. Hope everybody understands. Hopefully it'll only be a couple of days, and I'll be back early next week sometime. But to get to today's video, because we do have the majority of chapter 40 today, it's Setting Up the Tabernacle, verses 1 through 33, and it's the last chapter in Exodus. Can't believe we're here. Took us a few months through Exodus, but hey, that's another book of the Bible that we're gonna have finished. All right, let's get into it. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Set up the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, on the first day of the first month. Place the ark of the covenant law in it, and shield the ark with the curtain. Bring in the table and set out what belongs on it. Then bring in the lampstand and set up its lamps. Place the gold altar of incense in front of the ark of the covenant law, and put the curtain at the entrance to the tabernacle. Place the altar of burnt offering in front of the entrance to the tabernacle, the tent of meeting. Place the basin between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it. Set up the courtyard around it, and put the curtain at the entrance to the courtyard. Take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle and everything in it. Consecrate it and all its furnishings, and it will be holy. Then anoint the altar of burnt offering and all its utensils. Consecrate the altar, and it will be most holy. Anoint the basin and its stand, and consecrate them. Bring Aaron and his sons to the entrance to the tent of meeting, and wash them with water. Then dress Aaron in the sacred garments, anoint him and consecrate him, so he may serve me as priest. Bring his sons and dress them in tunics. Anoint them just as you anointed their father, so they may serve me as priests. Their anointing will be to a priesthood that will continue throughout their generations." Moses did everything just as the Lord commanded him. So the tabernacle was set up on the first day of the first month in the second year. When Moses set up the tabernacle, he put the bases in place, erected the frames, inserted the crossbars, and set up the posts. Then he spread the tent over the tabernacle and put the covering over the tent as the Lord commanded him. He took the tablets of the covenant law and placed them in the ark, attached the poles to the ark, and put the atonement cover over it. Then he brought the ark into the tabernacle and hung the shielding curtain and shielded the ark of the covenant law, as the Lord commanded him. Moses placed the table in the tent of meeting on the north side of the tabernacle outside the curtain, and set out the bread on it before the Lord, as the Lord commanded him. He placed the lampstand in the tent of meeting opposite the table on the south side of the tabernacle, and set up the lamps before the Lord, as the Lord commanded him. Moses placed the gold altar in the tent of meeting in front of the curtain and burned fragrant incense on it, as the Lord commanded him. Then he put up the curtain at the entrance to the tabernacle. He set the altar of burnt offering near the entrance to the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, and offered on it burnt offerings and grain offerings, as the Lord commanded him. He placed the basin between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it for washing. And Moses and Aaron and his sons used it to wash their hands and feet. They washed whenever they entered the tent of meeting or approached the altar, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then Moses set up the courtyard around the tabernacle and altar, and put up the curtain at the entrance to the courtyard. And so Moses finished the work. Alright, so we have the whole tabernacle becoming one. Everything that we have talked about for the last 20 some odd chapters of Exodus has finally come together, and the full picture is ready everything inside the tabernacle, the courtyard, covenant law, the ark. A lot going on in these first 33 verses, and a lot of, reminding us that the Lord commanded Moses to do what he's doing, which is how we know that it's what God actually wanted. All right, well, y'all enjoy your Thursday, and we will be back tomorrow to finish off chapter 40 and the book of Exodus.